Alright, she's ready, I'm ready. Hi everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Sudol Scoops, episode number 4 this week from the same location as last week, but this time with a new person. Miss Schwartz, how are you today?
Oh, fantastic.
Well, first of all, we're going to start off with a picture here. What is this?
Oh, wow. This is where I grew up. This is 47 Nickel Avenue, Saraville. This is my old house.
Yeah, what was it like living in a community like Saraville?
It's great. I mean, I had... it was a close neighborhood. We were surrounded by... My house was surrounded by police officers. I had a police officer on one side. Behind me, I had the fire chief. Across the street, I had a police officer.
Were you allowed to leave the house?
Pretty much nothing bad was going on at 47 Nickel
So
Avenue.
you were safe.
So yeah, we were pretty safe. But it was a really good town. I had good experience playing sports and my education, going to school there, and I liked the town. My parents moved out though, so several years ago.
Okay, well we are going to go into that Saraville career. Firstly, by asking a question: who is this individual right here?
Well, that's Steve Fisher. That was my soccer coach and my high school soccer coach. And he was also a phys ed teacher that I had in middle school. And yeah, he was definitely a good guy, and he prepared me for my career playing in college.
Now, what was the most valuable lesson you think he taught you to be a better soccer player going forward in your career?
Oh, let's see. I know that he was always about playing multiple sports.
Well, you're an expert at that.
So he encouraged us to play different sports, so there were benefits to doing that and not just playing soccer. So I did play 3 sports, and I think it was beneficial down the road for me.
Okay. All right. Well, who's this person here?
Oh my gosh, Jessica Ronnery?
Yep.
Wow. I played with her. I haven't seen her since I left high school.
Really?
I don't really see her too much, but I was good friends with her playing through my youth. Since we were really young.
What was that? I asked the same question to Miss Jones because when she played at Roxbury, she had played with those kids all of her life and down from the junior system up to the high school system. So what was that like for you? I'm guessing there were other people like her that grew up with you. So what was that like, kind of having the same team for 10 years?
It was a lot of fun because we had several of our parents were coaches, so it was tight. It was a really tight community, and from the time we were little, we used to just not play soccer together, but we were really good friends.
Yeah.
I know now teaching here in Morris Hills, you have students coming from all different towns and everything like that, where everyone kind of moved up together, and it kept us really close. So, I haven't seen her in a while.
Have you seen this person recently?
That Jamie Kelly.
Yep.
Jamie Kelly, I will see her. I've seen her a couple times since we graduated high school, but she's another one. Same deal as Jess, and Jamie and I just played soccer together. No other sports. This is us in our high school uniforms.
Why are you laughing?
I just am looking at the style of the uniform.
Oh, they're very baggy.
Yeah,
in comparison
baggy.
to today.
It has the collar on it.
Oh,
it has the Umbro. Nothing like we see right now.
What can you say about her as a player?
She was a defender. She was really smart playing, distributing the ball. She was aggressive. You could see her size. Even though she was short, she was really aggressive. Yeah. And she's a good player.
Yeah. What about this person here?
Oh, let's see. Beth Bolwell. Beth, I saw her in Parsippany. I live in Parsippany. She lives in an apartment complex. I kind of ran into her
Really?
just randomly. And I played basketball with Beth, and I played soccer with her. Again, somebody that I haven't seen, I don't see too much, but I know she has a few kids, and I think she's doing pretty well for herself.
Okay, well, I hope that you know this person, because she was a quite good player. Who's that?
Oh, that's Brianna Vasquez. She was good. I mean, she was a year younger than me, and she was solid. Like soccer was her thing. She also played basketball too, but she not only years ago when I played, she not only played high school, but she played for a lot of club sports and was an outstanding soccer player. So I don't. Again, these are all high school. This was a long time ago. I graduated in '95 from high school. So a lot of these girls, I don't see me being up in North Jersey and then being down south.
How does it feel to be from the same town Bon Jovi's from? Just asking.
It's funny. Everyone says as soon as you say Sayreville, it's
Bon
Jovi.
Jovi.
Yeah, that's where Bon Jovi's from. Pretty neat though. Like in when people talk about Bon Jovi,
Starland.
the Starland. My parents were married, had their wedding reception at the Starland Ballroom.
Oh my gosh.
It wasn't called Starland Ballroom, it was called the Journey Mellon years ago, but that's where their wedding reception was. But the pizza places that Bon Jovi used to go to, and,
Bon
and
Jovi ate
everything,
here.
yeah, Enzo's Pizza Place, and those places he used to hang out with. And my cousin was even, the same grade as Bon Jovi. He was a little bit older than me. But he did come back to town and had a concert when he released one of his albums and did a nice thing for our town. So I think, as a person from Sayreville, we're proud that he's from there.
One more soccer person, then we're going to move on to basketball. Who is that individual there in the middle of kicking?
Oh, that's Tina Andrzejewski. Tina and I were also on student council together.
I saw that you were the vice president your senior year.
Yeah.
What was that like for you to be in that realm of the student body?
I loved it. I think it really, as being a teacher, my student council advisors were really prepared me to go on to college and be in a situation like this and interview and take responsibility for my actions. We had a lot of responsibility every day. I had to be in school at 6:30 every day. We had our own office. We had a place to go. And not only did we run the school events, we also were there every morning doing the morning announcements, the assemblies. They were all run through the student council.
Right.
And it was an active every single day we were in school to do this. So that organization-wise and just having events put on you that young in life makes things a little bit easier. And that's one of the reasons why I like being the senior class advisor now. Mr. Ketchweeda, our old principal, was my vice principal when I was in high school too.
Are you kidding me?
No,
he was in Sayreville?
He was an assistant principal. So when he went, we threw him his going away party when he left Sayreville to come here. And Tina and I were on the student council together for that.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to move on to your second sport of three, basketball.
Okay. All right.
This is probably an easy question. Who is this individual right here?
Oh boy. Oh wow, that was my basketball coach in high school. Oh wow. She was there and for a couple years. She wasn't a teacher at the school though. She only came in and coached us.
Yeah.
Similar to a lot of the coaches nowadays in high schools.
Mm-hmm.
They just come in and she played in college. I think she played at a Division I school.
Really?
Yeah. But it was a good coach, and I kept my interest playing for 4 years at Sayreville.
All right, now, who's this person now?
Oh, Tara Bouchard.
Thank goodness you got that one.
Tara and I were very close friends. We played basketball. She was also on the student council with me. So she was one of the executive members for student council. So she was a big girl like me, tall, basketball. And we were just friendly. Another person that still, I believe, lives in Sayreville. She has a couple kids, and she had a very popular family in town. She had some older brothers that were coaches, football coaches in Sayreville.
Sayreville's a football town.
Yeah,
right? What was that like growing up in that kind of Friday Night Lights community?
It was awesome. Everyone looked forward to going to football games. They still do.
Yeah.
It's a very big football community. We that was the thing to do in town, and it was close. Even students, their brothers and sisters were still involved, and that was the thing. We had packed games all the time, and it was a lot of fun. Even though I was like running from my games to the football games, everyone still managed to make it to the football game.
Oh, that's so nice. All right, next person. Here you go.
Oh my gosh, this is my very, very good friend, Stephanie Alaco. I just saw her the other day. She's an assistant coach at Stockton University. She coaches softball at Stockton.
Oh, nice.
Stephanie and I played 3 sports together.
Wow.
Her family was amazing. Her parents are no longer living, but she and I were best friends growing up. So I still talk to Stephanie frequently. She lives in South Jersey, so we don't see each other, but we're very good friends. Unfortunately, she was just diagnosed with form of cancer, but she's doing okay? Yeah, she's doing well, and but this is, if one person growing up, this was my closest friend, and we're still very close. But we did play 3 sports in high school. She also went on to play 3 sports at Rowan.
Nice.
Yeah, so she played soccer, basketball,
so you got to play against her, no?
Rowan. Yep, we did. A year younger than me, but we were playing soccer since we were this tiny. And even friend-wise, I used to hang out with her all summer. We used to go to the beach together, swim club down in Seabright, and so yeah. This is.
I can tell, like, you're just beaming with this.
Yeah, no, this is just because she is, like, and you know, I don't get to see her as often as I'd like, but we're still very, very close.
Now we are moving on to softball, the third and final sport that she plays, as if she couldn't do anything else. Here we go.
Okay. Oh, Janet Ryan, that was my high school softball coach. Yeah, and such a dedicated lady, and really good softball coach. She was so committed to playing softball, and she also coached my sister. My sister played softball in high school, and just going into college, and I'm pretty sure she played at Rutgers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
And she was a phys ed teacher at the school, somebody that I really looked up to. She worked alongside of my aunt, who was a phys ed teacher at the high school too.
Really?
So
it's funny. I did like look at the staff listing, and I saw someone with the last name Phelps, and I was like, I wonder. So that's interesting.
My aunt. Yep, worked with Miss Ryan.
Now you call her by her school names. Yeah, but did any you mentioned before that your soccer coach was a phys ed teacher. She was a phys ed teacher. Did any of those individuals inspire you to become a phys ed teacher, or?
Yeah, well, I always loved athletics from the time I was
tell.
little. I would play with sports and with the boys on my street at 47 Nickel Avenue, and we would play games that you couldn't even play now.
Yeah.
Like
Red Rover?
Like kill the man with the ball, like those kinds of things. Now we can't even say that.
Were you one of the people that was trying to get killed?
No, if you had the ball, they would try and tackle you, and that was the game. But I used to play all these things since I was really little. We had a really tight group of kids on our street play those games. So I always liked sports. I liked athletics growing up. But I had a lot of people in my family, my aunt being one, that was a phys ed teacher. I always knew I wanted to have a family because my family was so close, and I just like that. And being a teacher is a very good job to have a family.
Yeah.
So that was the most important part. So they definitely inspired me to being a phys ed teacher, and that always just I saw the life that they led, my aunt led. So.
It's a source of inspiration. Who is this individual here?
Oh, that is Tracy. Tracy, she was our pitcher, Tracy Thompson. This is all their maiden names, but Tracy and I played rec travel softball for many, many years, and really nice family too. She had a brother that was even our guy that chased the balls over the fence and was always
the ball boy.
there.
Nice.
So, really close family, and even now her mother would come if somebody in my family. I remember her coming to see my grandmother when she passed. Like, just very nice family, and still after years have gone by, that they still are very are good people. Mm-hmm.
That's very nice.
She was a good pitcher, really good pitcher.
She was also a good pitcher.
Yeah, she was a good pitcher.
Yes. Who is this person here?
Oh my gosh, that was Jen. Jen was a soccer goalkeeper. Also, she played soccer and she played softball.
Mm-hmm.
So her father used to coach us when we were really little. One of my first coaches playing rec softball, and Jen was catcher and she was third baseman, and a year older than me. Very quiet girl though, but a good athlete.
Yes. And who's this here?
Oh my God, Colleen. Oh, Colleen lived down the street from me, but we played softball together. She was a shortstop.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't seen her. She was very popular. Popular girl.
She looks like the girl with the hair that was in like Showgirls or whatever from Saved by the Bell.
Yes, that would be like that's Colleen. Colleen was popular. She's a pretty girl. You know, it was but she was tough. She was a tough athlete. I only played one sport with her, but we used to be on student council also together.
So now we're going to go to the college years.
Oh, fun times.
Going to
I might know a little bit more.
My future alma mater, William Patterson. Yes,
William
ma'am.
Patterson. I love William Patterson.
Yeah, do you love these two guys here? Who are these two fellers here?
Oh, the Woods brothers. So Brian Woods, he is the guy that really recruited me to come to William Patterson. He's the men's soccer coach there now, but he was the women's coach, and Keith was his assistant. So I had Keith for 3 years as my head coach for soccer, and Brian as one. But they're brothers. I'm still in contact with them.
That's
I talk
awesome.
to them.
That's awesome.
Talk to him frequently. Actually, Keith dates and lives with one of my very good friends.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
So you get to see him a lot?
I see him often. My husband still is working at William Patterson.
Oh, nice.
He does the pep band for William Patterson.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, for football games and for basketball games.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so my husband's there. So once in a while I go to the games, I still see them, but we're very close because I'm friendly with the athletic department. So.
Now, who's this person right here?
Oh, that's Kathleen Sinram. So here's the couple. Yay. That's Kathleen.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding me.
No. Nope. Kathleen was, or is, my good friend.
Wait a second. So, she was coached by him, and now they're dating.
You got it.
My gosh.
Yep.
That's insane.
Yeah. It doesn't matter anymore, right?
No, I'm not saying it matters. It's just that it's that connection.
Yeah.
That's strange.
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome.
Kathleen and I played 2 sports together, and we lived in an apartment together. We rented a house together, so we still talk to each other. She's a teacher. She's a biology teacher in Wayne, and she does coach. She's coaching at William Patterson now. She's an assistant coach along with Keith.
Oh, nice.
There, but we lived in the same from our sophomore year on. So we were good friends. She played soccer and basketball with me. So we had a lot of good memories, and we played in a lot of good games. So she's one of the girls that I still keep in contact with.
Do you keep any contact with this individual right here?
Cindy Laudine. It's not Laudine anymore, but...
Well, I'm aware that all of these names are most likely not their names anymore, but...
So Cindy and I, first year we lived together. She's a year younger than me. Kathleen is a year older than me. But Cindy and I played soccer together, and Cindy's a funny girl. Sometimes gets in some trouble. She was just inducted into the Hall of Fame at William Patterson. Also, I'm on the Hall of Fame committee for William Patterson. So
you're in the Hall of Fame for William Patterson as well.
I guess I am.
You guess? Well, you are.
Yep. And Cindy was just inducted recently, and Kathleen's also in the Hall of Fame. too.
Yes. Now this person is a very rare distinction because she played with you, and then okay, I'm going to play guessing game. Ready? In your senior year,
Okay.
she was your coach, one of your coaches. However, she was your teammate in a couple years prior. Do you know who this person is?
Oh wait, what sport?
Soccer. This is still on
we're
soccer.
We're going soccer.
Yes,
Okay,
we are.
soccer. She was my coach.
She
No, Kathy also coached me for the last year.
She was a graduate assistant.
Graduate assistant. Not Momos. No.
Does Jen Foodie ring a bell?
Oh my gosh, Jen Foodie. Jen Foodie I played softball with too.
Oh, nice.
So Jen was soccer, and she was a back for soccer, and she was a softball player too. So nice. Once in a while we'll end up texting each other, but haven't seen her in a while. What does she have on? What athletics is that? Where is she? What does it say? FDU? What does it say?
I can't read.
What that is,
I
but
can't read too good anyhow.
oh, okay.
So I
All
don't know.
right. Well, Jen was so nice. She was a nice girl.
All right, now we're going to move on to basketball in college. This individual right here.
Oh, Erin Monahan. She's my coach. I still see her.
Oh, nice.
Often. She has a couple kids now that are playing in high school. But Erin went to William Patterson also, and she played there. She also has scored 1,000 points. I know that. She's been there for quite some time. So she's still coaching. I've known Erin a long time. She met her husband. I remember when we were playing, that's when she met her husband, and now her kids are in high school. So Erin has been a mentor to me, and I think coming and coaching, I learned a lot from her. So when I came to Mars Hills and was coaching, I really was I was prepared just from what I learned from her, because I didn't start playing basketball until I got to high school. I never played basketball before I got to high school. I just said, I played
Give it a try.
when I used to play with the boys on the street, and then I was like, let me try basketball in high school.
They didn't play kill the kid with the basketball, did they?
No,
Okay,
just
good.
we played whatever else
Whatever
it was.
All right, who's this person here?
Wendy Kane. We were they called us the dynamic duo.
Well, how so? Is that
Because we used to run our defense. We played a matchup zone 3-2, and we used to work really well together, rebounding, and so that's why that's why they called us that.
Don't question it. Just accept
Wendy's
it.
also Wendy's also she's a teacher now. Pretty sure in Kinnelon, and she was a cartoon character. We used to have a lot of fun off the court together.
We're gonna move on to the next person now. Who's this?
This is Stephanie Arrigo. Her hair looks a little different than that. So Stephanie played and I played basketball. She was our point guard. Could knock down threes like it was her job. And it was just in and out to us, in and out. Never did I take a 3-point shot in my life, but I didn't have to because of Stephanie Arrigo.
Good point.
So she was a good shooter, a little guard. I think she was from Flemington or that area. And she must have been at some kind of banquet here, an induction, but that different hairdo there.
Yeah. Now, just a little.
She was blonde.
Oh, she was blonde.
No,
No
she was
wonder.
blonde.
No wonder.
No, not in this picture.
No wonder you had a little bit of trouble there. So the last question I have about basketball is that you have a very unique distinction in terms of Division III athletics. You had the distinction of being in the top 8 teams in the entire country in your sophomore year. How is that for you as being someone who's on the team and contributed to that?
The experience playing in college athletics that's what you thought about when day to day. You couldn't sit still. It was just being in those. The tournaments were unbelievable. Just to make it into the tournament was not that easy. You had to be one of the top teams, and the going and traveling all over the country and getting to be with your teammates and building from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. It's just I don't know. I wish I can have all that, do that all over again.
Yeah, I can imagine.
There's such a tight group of friends, and so it was just unbelievable. Like, I still think about now some of the times that we had, and a lot of it is just you don't remember what went on the court or on there, but you remember being with your friends and the experiences, like winning big games, yeah, but still forming the bonds with all those athletes and coaches is what I really remember. And when you leave that, it's important that you are staying in touch with them, because you never know who's going to help you on later on in life.
And you have.
And the connections that you made. Some of these. And so I think that's really, really important. So I loved it. I would do it again. I would say to anyone, go and play college sports if you can. Try out for it, and it's just so much fun.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we still have one more to go.
Oh, really?
One more to go, because softball, you played softball too.
Yes.
So forget this person, probably. You know this person.
Oh, Hallie Cohen.
Yes, ma'am.
Hallie was an amazing coach, and I still talk to her quite often. Hallie not only took that, it didn't matter if you were, she put the best players out there. She was going to put the best team out there, and she was fair. She was really strict, but she was fair. And what a nice lady, though. No softball. She was a pitcher, pretty sure at Rutgers. She also coached at FDU. And then she came to William Patterson and has been there for a long time. And she's still going strong.
Yeah.
They did really well.
The godmother of the program there.
Yeah, she is fantastic. And, all three of my coaches, we could include Brian in that too, because Brian recruited me. But between Keith, Aaron, and Hallie, the times that we had together playing, I don't think I would have even had a job, or I wouldn't have maybe come out of college without their leadership and mentor, like them being good mentors to me.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so I'm
all right,
lucky.
2 more players left, and then we are out of here.
All
Who
right.
is this person there?
Oh, Diane Noggle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Diane is a softball coach still at
Roxbury.
At Roxbury, yeah. And so she was a pitcher for us, a great pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
She's in the Hall of Fame also, and she was an All-American pitcher.
Mm.
So when you go to William Patterson, you'll see her ball on the fence. And Di is dedicated. She was all softball committed, and she was probably one of the best pitchers that will ever go to that school, or since I, have been around, and how hard she threw the ball and how she hit her spots. So big success. And not only that, I had a really nice family too. So her family was always there supporting her. Sister, parents, they always came to watch her play. And it's the nice thing when your family comes and is there watching.
This last person here. Who is this individual right there in that picture?
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, that's Jen. She also played softball. She was the shortstop too. And she looks like in this picture a little bit different than she looked when I played. But I haven't seen her in a long time. She looks like she's in very good shape.
She actually makes workout DVDs.
Okay, I was gonna say she looks like she's in very good shape.
This is her headshot, yes.
But she was in the same department. She was exercise physiology.
Makes sense.
Sure.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and
you okay?
yeah, it's just I was like, oh my gosh, because I only played one sport. A lot of the girls that I still talk to, I played multiple sports with, but she was our shortstop. Yeah, I don't see her, or I haven't talked to her since she left college.
My last question for you, as I cut out the residue of the stuff that was on the paper. Sorry for the scissors right there. If you could tell this person anything, what would you say?
Oh, that I love everything that I've done, and I wouldn't change a thing in my life right now because I am very happy with whatever I have done between my family and having my 3 kids and playing sports in college and my high school career and from when that time I was little. I wouldn't change a thing about this person because I think I have a very good life. I have a great husband, family, and I wouldn't, if everything happens again, there's nothing that I would change. I love everything. I like that I teach at Morris Hills. I love everything that I've done.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for joining me today.
Hey, no problem.
Yes, thank you for watching, folks. We'll see you next week. Another episode of Sudol's Profiles. Goodbye, everybody.